Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. Today on the program, we're in the kitchen to discuss and demonstrate an important aspect of cancer treatment and recovery. Joining me is Chef Curtis Hem, the founder of Pink Ribbon Cooking, and Curtis is here with his 12-year-old son, Alec. It's great to have you both here in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Now, when a cancer diagnosis comes home, obviously it affects the entire family, and that's something that you both have experience with. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So my wife was diagnosed with advanced local breast cancer in 2005, and you know, the patient has a lot of resources that they have access to. But what we found out is in our journey with it is that there's a lot of things that happen in the home front and outside of that, the little code system and the healthcare system. And, you know, spouses and partners and companions and children are often left really having to do some role identity changes. Often, you know, strike out some independence, especially for children. And you really have some adjustments to take care of. You know, I mean, treatment for breast cancer is a long thing, and for a younger person, it can last, you know, decades. Not necessarily the chemotherapy and the radiation, but the side effects and the fatigue certainly are there for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, you know, what we try to do is really find ways to help people cope with that. You know, we do a lot with Pink Ribbon Cooking in that sense, and now we're branching out into something a little bit different too.
Yeah, you've been working on a special project with Alec. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So one of the things that we did when Bridget was first diagnosed is we looked at how do we communicate to you know, a 3.5, 4-year-old that their mom has cancer.
Right.
And so I don't know if anyone, if you're not in the breast cancer world, you don't see pink ribbons, but as soon as you hit that world, boy, there's pink ribbons everywhere. And so what we did was we came up with the phrase Team Mommy, and that every time Alex saw a pink ribbon, we called that Team Mommy. And this is actually, you know, our first tile that we did at the Cancer Center in Plattsburgh at CVPH. Alec and I actually painted this one, and
Nice.
And that actually, you know, became our logo for this project. But you know, it's a great way to explain that everybody that has a pink ribbon or that is, you know, wearing a pink ribbon is someone that supports breast cancer. And that there are so many other people involved, and that you don't feel isolated as a child, that, you know, you're the only kid going through this.
The whole team.
It is.
Okay, well, you've got some recipes you can demonstrate for us.
We do. So I kept Alec home last summer with me, and one of the goals was to actually create recipes for kids whose parents have cancer. And that's our Team Mommy project. And what we want to do is we want to showcase a recipe that Alec designed. This is completely Alec's, and then it's got some nutritional influences from us. So Alec, what are 2 favorite foods that you have?
Macaroni, cheese, and pizza.
And so what did you do? You combined them, right?
Yeah.
And what we did was we turned around, we made them healthy. Healthier, I should say. I mean, they're not the epitome of health, but
Yeah, but it's good.
it's very good. It's very delicious. And so what we did was we took some common ingredients and we wanted to create a kitchen-safe recipe. So we've got the macaroni and cheese pizza that Alec created, and then we've also got a small Caesar salad here. And the Caesar salad is really actually, in its own right, a very healthy salad. It's got some egg, it's got some cheese, a lot of really good beneficial phytonutrients from the lettuce in and of itself, and we've got a great fat from the olive oil. So it's really a good salad in and of itself as it stands, but we took a little healthier approach to that. So.
Now, when you talk about kids in the kitchen, what are some of the things you have to keep in mind?
So first thing is, you know, there are some rules for kids in the kitchen, and I think you have to, depending on the age and comfort level, you have to get comfortable in the kitchen. But the first thing of anything, kitchen should be fun. You want to have fun with your kids in the kitchen, and you don't want them to get anxiety in terms of being afraid of the kitchen. You want them to gain comfort. You want them to be fun. At the same point, you have to have respect, and you have to recognize that there are dangers. Things coming out of the oven are incredibly hot.
Right.
You know, so I use a side towel, but maybe some kitchen gloves. You know, you want to have supervision where needed, and then, of course, with everything is you want to clean as you go. I'm an incredible freak about cleanliness in the kitchen.
Well, it's just about being healthy.
It is, and especially if you're cooking for a cancer patient. you know, you really have to take in mind sanitation. You have to wipe down your cutting boards. You have to disinfect your countertops. And you really want to just, you don't want to take this gesture of kindness and love and support from your child and have that turn into something catastrophic.
Right, so do it the right way.
Right.
Okay, where are we going to start now?
Well, let's start with the pizza in and of itself. And so what we have here is, this is a great idea for leftovers. So if the family's having a meal one night, cook a little extra pasta. This is a fiber-rich pasta, so it's enhanced. It's not your plain white high glycemic load pasta. There's still certainly some carbohydrates in there, but it's got a little bit more nutrients in it. And we've got some white whole wheat English muffins. And so what we're going to do, Alec, is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to have you mix this up. Why don't you go ahead and add that yogurt to the macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Go ahead, add the whole thing.
Okay. Let's do this.
Now, yogurt. Now, people probably wouldn't think yogurt with mac and cheese.
No, but if you look at where, you know, a lot of the damage from traditional mac and cheese comes from, nutrient-wise, it's from the sauce in and of itself. You can go ahead and add that right to that. Stir it up. We're going to add some olive oil. And again, this is an extra virgin cold-pressed olive oil. So the yogurt, it's the cream base. So macaroni and cheese is traditionally made with a sauce called the bechamel, which is flour and butter making a roux, whole milk, right? So you have a lot of calories there. What we chose to do was to take something that Alec likes, which is Greek yogurt, and we wanted to add the pasta to that, and that became the binding agent for the mac and cheese on top of the pizza. What we're also going to do here is we're going to add some cheese. So this is a whole milk mozzarella, because we were very kind with the sauce in and of itself. Now we're going to add some cheese. And we want the flavor from the cheese. So you can use part skim, you got to stir that, not poke it, okay?
I'm stirring it too.
Now this is the base. So we're also going to add some garlic powder, because Alec happens to like garlic powder a
Yes,
lot.
I do.
And so this is
me
nothing
too.
but dried garlic
I love garlic.
powdered up, and he likes a lot of that. We're going to add a little pinch of salt, not too much, because the cheese actually has a lot of salt in it. And then we're going to add some black pepper. Now Alec doesn't like a lot of black pepper, but we have to have a little
Yeah.
just in there.
All right.
Now at this point, it's customizable. I brought in some leftover broccoli and some roasted parsnips. So if your family has those lying around, maybe there's some leftover meats, grilled chicken or something, you could throw in there. Yep, you can stop now. And also you could do a little, if you wanted some tomato sauce, you could do some tomato sauce in there as well.
Do you want me to add that?
No, not yet. So now what we're going to do is we've got some lightly toasted English muffins, and we'll actually just do 3 for now. And Alec, why don't we do this, right? Instead of dancing, we'll actually cook.
Oh, there's
right?
one of the rules is have fun.
I know.
Dancing in the kitchen's a good
While
thing.
you cook, right?
Yeah. I'm working in the kitchen.
So now how much do you just put like a spoonful on top?
I
Just
try to go
amount?
half a cup, in between a half a cup and a cup. It's a portion. And so really what our portion size is going to be is one of these, which is a half an English muffin, about a cup of pasta, and then some Caesar salad.
Nice.
And so we're going to use actually the Caesar salad as a lot of the filler for us. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead, Alec, why don't you go ahead and spoon the rest on?
Oh,
Not all of this, but just top off
okay.
with that. And we'll put these aside. One of the things too, you know, for kids in the kitchen is to think about things that they like. And so over here, Judy, I've got a collection of tools. One of the best things to get buy-in from a child in the kitchen is to get them their own set of tools.
Oh, that's a good
And
idea.
so here's a nice wooden spoon. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it's theirs. This right here, a friend of mine, David Macbeth from Stowe, introduced me to this garlic crusher. And it's fantastic because there's no mechanism. It's not sharp. You can squeeze that. But what it is you put the garlic on underneath that, and you just rock it, and the kids can rock and crush garlic.
That's a great idea.
For $12,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful tool.
Beautiful.
This is Alec loves a game called Portal and Aperture Science. So for Christmas, we got him his own aperture spatula. So it's just those things that it customizes their experience for them.
Good idea.
And then a small little knife that they can have that's protected in the drawer. And again, you know, anytime a kid uses a knife, you want to get comfortable with them.
Right.
I know lots of adults that cut themselves. So just, you know, again, think
Be
about
safe.
being safe with them. And then spoons and things like that. So we're going to top off a little bit with his mac and cheese.
Put all that on.
Yeah. And for yours, we're going to go those in the microwave.
Yes,
okay,
we
so why don't
are.
we bring those over,
Yes, we should.
all right? Okay, close it and hit start.
Start.
Yep. And don't stand right in front of the microwave, okay? We're going to keep it around for a while, right?
Be safe.
So now on our Caesar salad,
Okay.
we've got Parmesan cheese. and then a vegetable peeler. So this is danger-free. I mean, unless you want to, you know, I guess you could cut yourself on a vegetable peeler.
But you're safer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why don't you come over here? Why don't you peel some cheese into that, okay?
Okay.
Do that about 6 times.
6 times.
Six
You already
times.
did it 2 times.
So I want you to do 6 though. And there really are no, as far as the structure of working with the kid in the kitchen, be loose, be fluid, be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
there's, you know, it's dinner time and it should be creative and it should be fun. And they should be able to express exactly who they are. And you don't want to get so rigid that there's a timeline and it just
Or
it
you're not
kills it.
slicing it correctly, or
Right. I mean, it doesn't matter. If the parsnip is crooked, the parsnip is crooked. You know?
Exactly.
There's a beauty in that.
Right.
So that's good. So what we'll do here is, so the Caesar salad component is we'll add some olive oil.
I'm
Okay?
just going to do it one more time.
And this is going to be 3 or 4 salads. And then some pepper.
There.
And then just a touch of salt because the Parmesan has quite a bit of salt. And a pinch is, you know, my pinch is about like that. So it's not a tremendous amount. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and mix that up. Alec, do you want to mix that up or you want Judy to do it?
Do you want to do it?
Sure. I can do that.
Why don't we check the pizza,
Yeah, let's do it.
right? Is that melted enough or you think we need some more time? A little bit more time?
Smells pretty good.
Okay.
It smells great.
Yeah, I think we might need to do it.
We'll do
more.
30 more seconds. And what we will
Yeah.
do is, why don't you stand there for a second?
Yep.
We
Is it
did some
okay,
ahead of
Chef?
time in the oven.
I love cooking.
Oh, wow.
And so these are the baked version. And again, you know, if you're not comfortable with your child using a stove, then by all means, use the microwave. It's not going to hurt. If we could grab Alec's spatula there.
Yeah.
Here you go,
Right.
sir.
So, and the plate,
Laboratory.
why don't you put one on the plate, Alec?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay, we'll put a little salad on there too, Alec.
Yep. This is going to be a great meal.
Go ahead and put a little salad on, Alec.
Okay.
You like salad, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Even Caesar salad.
And so I know a lot of chefs are really control freaks, and I say that from experience and personal. I am one. And so it does take a lot to really kind of have the patience with a child in the kitchen. But you know, you're teaching a life skill and you're teaching independence.
Exactly.
And I can't emphasize enough how much a child really does want to contribute in a life situation like a cancer diagnosis. And it's a great way for them to do a loving gesture for a parent or a spouse,
Right.
or a sibling, I should say, not a spouse. But it is really important that they're involved, and there's not a lot that they can do. You know, cook, maybe a hug, and just and really saying, you know, I want to help you through this time.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
and there are a lot of organizations in our area that really do focus on kids that are part of a cancer family. You know, Mahana Magic is a great one. So I sit on the board at the Cancer Patient Support Program.
Right.
That is a wonderful charity. We took Alec over the other day to Petra Cliffs.
Love it.
And you know what the great thing was? The sad thing, but great, is all the kids that were there participating, they all had a parent that was either in remission or passed away from cancer. So there's a common experience and bond there.
Right.
You know, but you're there, you're having fun, and you're getting them through, you know, an experience for them. And this is no
Exactly.
different, as you just take your time, and if you're the one in treatment, just sit on a stool on the other side and let them kind of go for it.
Right. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
very nice.
This can also be a salad too.
I'm right there with you. That's
And here's,
good.
Here's Alec's version, the microwave one, and I think Alec likes this a lot because he's very texture focused. So it's a little bit softer. It doesn't have the gratiné, the browning
There.
of the
A
traditional
good
one.
complete meal.
Beautiful.
So that's going to be a little bit warm there. But yeah, I mean, again, and you can really add and customize this any way you want. I said, you know, we've got some parsnips and things. So whatever your kids like, if they want to chop up a hot dog, if that's what their normal diet is, let them put a hot dog in here.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not always about health. I mean, we do ours because we want to promote, you know, an adequate amount of nutrition education and wellness. But at the same point, let them add what they want to it. I mean, I can't recommend jelly beans in this, but I mean, it's
Well, you could do a dessert version, I suppose.
Oh,
you could absolutely.
like, you can still, like, you can even put this on a hot dog bun.
Absolutely.
Now you're
You know,
talking.
chocolate fudge. You could have a hot dog bun, and you could put chocolate fudge in
I
there.
see where this is going.
Yeah.
and then
is the
put
dessert
jelly
dog.
beans going around the crust.
So how can people find out more about your Pink Ribbon Cooking?
So again, Team Mommy, the project here is part of Pink Ribbon Cooking. It's one of our Pay It Forward things. So go to our website, pinkribboncooking.com, and then hit /Team Mommy, and it's TEAMMOMMY. And there's a lot of Team Mommies online. That's a very hard name to accommodate. But that's where they can find out anything they want about them. We've also got a Facebook page. It's PRC Team Mommy.
I got one too.
And same with Twitter. And we're starting to launch it, in March. So
I think it's just great incorporating children in the kitchen, first of all, but also too when it comes to cancer or any other health situation that families face these days. It's really important to have everyone together on that.
it is. And also, I mean, it's not just, there's a lot of family structures that change. And this is a really important piece. I mean, I'm a child from divorced families. I get it. And independence is huge.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for coming in, and thank you so much for helping us and showing me something new to
You're
eat.
welcome.
I can't wait to try it at home.
Happy cooking.
That's our program for today. We'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.